Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Hornets versus Raptors NBA matchup on Friday, December 8th, 2023. Of course, we do tons of free picks every day. And when you do as many free picks as we do, you're going to like some more than others. For those, head on over to Pickdawgz.com. Just click on the Premium Picks tab. Of course, use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We have Dime Club and Sharp trading plays meant for people who make big bets, but those are only available by texting the number you see on the screen. So if you're a big better, text that number. But let's get to this one. We've got the Hornets taking on the Raptors. Kind of a weird time in the NBA, right, where it's like this tournament week and you have these other games going on. And both these teams, of course, played in Wednesday's lineup, and both these teams lost in those games. The Hornets losing to the Chicago Bulls of all team, 5.5-point dog, did not cover the spread, and the Raptors were actually favored against the Miami Heat for some reason, maybe because they were home, and while they took it on the chin in that thing, 112-103 as a 3.5-point favorite. To be honest with you, I'm not sure why the Raptors were favored in that game, but they were. They have a losing record. The Heat had a winning record. Now the Raptors go on the road where they're just 3-6 straight up. The Hornets at home, 3-7. So something's got to give in this one, right? Because we have two teams that are not playing very good basketball, and we have two teams that, certainly in environments that haven't really served them all that well. But when you look at these two teams as well, really not a lot of environments have served them well at all. The Raptors, prior to that loss to the Heat, had lost to the Knicks and had lost basically 4 of their last 5 games overall. Most of them, though, against decent teams. I would call them either playoff teams or playoff contenders. Meanwhile, when we look at the Charlotte Hornets, losing last time to the Bulls, lost to the Timberwolves, same thing. They've lost 4 of their last 5 games, basically to playoff contender type teams as well. So we're not going to totally write them off, but they have been misery against the spread this season. Even in games where they won, like against the Wizards, they didn't cover the spread. They were favored in that one. And, the other recent win against the Brooklyn Nets, they were a dog in that game and won outright by 1 point. I just think that for the Hornets, with Ball being injured most of the time, it's been a big problem for this team because they're just not overly deep. And I think, what separates the good teams from the bad teams is usually the bench. Most of the guys that are out on the court can flat out play. And yeah, there's some superstars who differentiate themselves from the others. But, for the most part, those bench guys really separate the great teams because those great players, they basically almost cancel each other out for the most part. It's just a very small margin. The Hornets defense really stinks, and I think that's why they're so bad, is that the defense is just absolutely terrible. I think almost every guy in the NBA can shoot, and when it comes to the defensive edge, I give that to the Raptors. So when you have two bad teams, I usually lean to the side that can play at least some defense, and that's the Raptors, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks today, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at Sports Chat Place. They'll put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.